What's up, Bachelor Nation? This is Rex back with TorchPrep. I am here in test 2, problem number 34. So what I want you to do first is open the books, press pause on this video. Read through question number 34 in test 2, then press play. Okay, awesome. So in this one, we have this data, and our friend Tran is trying to estimate the value of this data. So on this line, we have a curved line in the graph given to us that curves from 200 units on the y-axis down to 200 units on the x-axis. Now, we know that we have this equation for all of the following values of x. Also, they give us more information that Tran has figured out the area, which is 1/2 the base times height, which turns out to be 20,000 units. All right, and how did he get this? Well, what Tran did is this is the actual line, everything underneath this shaded region. And I know this one is not perfectly drawn because I drew it, but from 200 to 200, we have another straight line. Tran's pretty smart. He realized here in the first quadrant of our graph, we have 3 sides. We have a triangle. And we know the triangle, the base is 200, the height is 200. If we take half of that, we will have our area formula for the triangle. So he has an approximation of the area of the shaded region. Now this is a lot of information, okay? We got a lot of stuff put into this question. If that's overwhelming to you, and you don't like sifting through all that, you look at that thing, and it's taking you 30 seconds just to process everything, and you know that about yourself, this is a great question to skip in the survey section. Move right on to the work portion of the test, okay? Wait till this question is on your second sweep through the math test. But honestly, if you take all this information step by step, this one is not too hard. It might take you a little bit longer to make sure you are accounting for everything. So, all they're really asking us to do is to analyze this information and then make the appropriate approximation of how much the actual shaded region is compared to the approximate line drawn by Tran. Okay? So we have in here 5 options. Now the first 2 are similar. What I'm going to do is go through each of the answer options, and I'm going to use process of elimination. By going through each of them, I'm going to cross out any that are not true when comparing the line to the shaded region. So the first one says that the shaded region must be less than the line, because the shaded region is our 20,000 units. The shaded region must be less than. Now we can see that they are both only in quadrant 1. That makes it easy. And also the shaded region, we can see it's going underneath. It is less than our line. And we know that this line Tran drew, that has an area of 20,000. So this one, F, that first part of it is true. G starts the same way. The shaded region is less than 20,000. Also true. Okay, F and G, we're going to come back to them. Let's look at the others. Now, H is saying the shaded region has the same area as the region under the line Tran drew. I mean, visually, we can tell immediately that's not true. Look at all this blank space. The triangle he drew has a larger area than the shaded region, doesn't it? So I know immediately H is not our answer. I'm just going to cross that out. Now, let's take a look at J and K. Instead of saying the shaded region is less than the area Tran found, they're saying the shaded region is greater than the area Tran found with his approximate line. Both of them are saying that, but again, we can clearly see everything's in quadrant 1, and our shaded region is smaller overall than our region of 20,000 units of the triangle that Tran drew. Both of these make a false claim that the shaded region is greater than the region Tran found. So I'm going to say J and K, I know, are both incorrect. Awesome. I'm down to just 2 answers. Let's look at the second part of these answers. F says that we know that 20,000 is greater than the area of the shaded region because the curve lies under Tran's line from 200 to 200. That's true. It does lie underneath the line Tran drew. So F still seems to be correct. Let's check out G. It's saying that we know the shaded region is less than 20,000 because the curved line is over our straight line. But is that true? No, we can clearly see it is underneath. So part of the information is correct in G, but part of it is incorrect. We know that G is not the right answer. By going through each of these, we can find that F is correct, that the shaded region is less than 20,000 units because the curve is under the line that Tran drew. Again, lots of information here, but simply put, analyzing it, making sure we understand all the details inside of it, moving on, and using process of elimination. They're not asking you to do any complicated arithmetic. Just make the correct assessment. What you'll also notice here is this equation and this inequality up at the top, we don't need those at all. They love to throw questions at you with a lot of information, and even some things that end up not being helpful to finding the answer whatsoever. Okay? You did a great job. Remember to save these in the work portion. Go ahead and move on to the next question.